Hey guys, now you may be wondering, well, you probably won't be actually, but why is there a huge amount of robots here? As you can see, there's like 40 of them. Basically, either you haven't seen the title, which you all have by now. Welcome to the Masteraths Robot Wars Endgame Qualifiers. New qualifying system for this series. And basically, since there are more heats for this series, more robots will go through. But there are still going to be a few which will drop out. So here we have 40 robots, including some great new bloods and some not so good veterans, going against each other for the shot at going into Series 10 and fighting for the Series 10 championship. That is what is on the line here. Only 16 of the 40 here will go through. 24 will be knocked out straight away. So, let's begin. These are stuck into, by the way, these are stuck into five-way matches. 8 of them, in fact, so, with 2 going through from each round. Crisis Core hasn't really had much success, let's say. He's been quite terrible, if I'm honest with you. No Shreemech, big ground clearance at the back, no weapon either. Leviticus, one of the more promising newcomers from this series of legends. Big flipper on it, good Shreemech. Hasn't got something to its name yet, but maybe it will here. Red X, got the spike on it, made his debut and was eliminated by Ultimo in a matter of seconds. No Shreemech on it, but it's got the spike, low ground clearance, might do well here. Storm Rider, small robot, big flipper. Will that big flipper mean big wins? And Harmania, once got a seeding in Masteraths Robot Wars. That was a long time ago. Will it happen again? I doubt it. But we'll see. 2 go through, remember, from these 5, sorry. Robots here, standby. 3, 2, 1, activate. Red X comes into Storm Rider. Storm Rider comes in there, and there is Storm Rider with a great flip, and Red X could be out already. Remember, all of these robots, apart from Leviticus, were eliminated in the qualifiers last time round. And Storm Rider pushed by Crisis Core. Crisis Core trying to push Storm Rider up and over, not getting any luck with it. Storm Rider trying to flip up Crisis Core. Crisis Core stays in the game. There's Leviticus! The big power of the flipper of Leviticus. And I believe that 2 robots have already gone, that being Red X and Crisis Core. And now there's a good flip there by Leviticus. Shreemech by Storm Rider, that big flipper on such a small robot as well. And Harmania runs both ways up. So Harmania might be a difficult robot to try and eliminate. Good flip by Leviticus into the corner with White Lightning, but there is an escape. Bill's going to have to come in and count out Red X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Red X has been eliminated, and Harmania is stuck on his side. Harmania has been stuck on his side, and Storm Rider does self-right, so he's not going out anytime soon. So Storm Rider and Leviticus, I believe, are going to go through here. Crisis Core is going to get counted out, and he's getting counted out now by Bill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and there goes Crisis Core. Now Bill, I believe, is going to be counting out Harmania. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Harmania is gone. The tenacity of Leviticus worked in the end, and Harmania was just completely lost on the amazing... just lost on his side next to Crisis Core. Cease. So, Storm Rider was eliminated last time round in the qualifiers, but this time he gets his rightful shot in Series 10. And Leviticus goes through as well, first time. Now it's time for the second qualifier of 8. Solstice. When he debuted, was always a robot you think, well, maybe this one could do well, but it hasn't done well. Eliminated in last series qualifiers, along with quite a few others. Mesmer, another robot which you thought might do well, but the full body spinning robot hasn't done as well as we thought. Again, eliminating the qualifiers last time round. Crapbot 2010 also eliminated in the qualifiers last time round. Got a spike on it, that's about it. No Shreemech, and can be flipped easy. Red Dawn, the only robot to make it through, to make it to the heats last time round, to be here. He was eliminated in the earliest time by flipping himself out the arena in Heat 1 of Series 9. That's why he's here. And the new blood robot is Solder. Lifting arm on the back and a pusher at the front. Could be a good robot, this one. Could be a good winner if he can make it through here. Raw Tier, standby. 3, 2, 1, activate. Solstice, Red Dawn, and Mesmer, and there's Crapbot in there as well. The first 3 to be eliminated will fall. Crapbot was flipped but stays in the game. This is odd that Crapbot has survived the first onslaught from the powerful flipper of Red Dawn. Now Red Dawn flips. Oh, there's Mesmer! Mesmer gone! And there's his Solder with a great flip. And I believe that the spike of Crapbot has gone. I believe the spike of Crapbot has already gone. Isolde comes in. Crapbot is eliminated by the big back rear lifter of Isolde. Now we're down to Solstice and Red Dawn and Isolde. One robot is going to fall. And do you know what? It might be Red Dawn if Solstice can keep his nose clean. Solstice, good flip. On the Red Dawn. Red Dawn, not the best of self-riders, but definitely one of the best of flippers. And tries to flip there and does flip. Good self-ride from Isolde. Isolde now pushing Red Dawn into the corner. There's a flip by Solstice to flip up both Isolde and Red Dawn. Red Dawn is stuck in the corner. So is Isolde for that matter. White Lightning's having a field day here. With the axe right into Isolde. Isolde, though, I believe is still working, yes. Red Dawn now has to try and escape. And does escape. Flips White Lightning for his troubles. And does barely get away. White Lightning is fuming. He'll get his chance later, I'm sure, to get Red Dawn. Red Dawn flips by Isolde. Isolde now. These are just trading blows from these two. Red Dawn on his side. Red Dawn, though, able to self-right using the power of the flipper. But sometimes it fails. It's unreliable, as we know from Series 10. Isolde self-riding, on the other hand, is very reliable. Great flip from Isolde, and I do not believe that Solstice can self-right. But he has self-right in the Bloodshed's corner. There's a lot of house robot activity in this round. Solstice lives again. So all 3 of these robots have had their little tips with the house robots here. I'll tell you what, the flipper of Isolde is amazingly powerful. It's one of the lesser known powers here in MRW is Isolde's lifter. Because Isolde is so new and very underrated already. Solstice again, back in the game. Solstice trying to get the flipper underneath. There's Red Dawn! And that's the flipper that we know of Red Dawn. He's flipped himself out the arena with his own flipper. Only 2 robots in Masteraths history have ever done that. The other one was Catalyst. Red Dawn! Oh! Very nearly Solstice out, but how much damage is being done? I don't believe the flipper's working anymore because of the amount of flipping that's ensuing from Red Dawn. Isolde now pushes Solstice. These two seem to be in tandem with each other. And there is the flip out the arena by Solstice. And Red Dawn and Solstice qualify for Endgame. Cease. So once again, sadly, it's Solstice who falls. But Red Dawn goes through again, hopefully not to make a mess of it like he did last time. And Isolde goes through to his first ever series. Well, I'll tell you what, such a shame about Solstice. He's always a good-looking robot and whatever, but just never made it. Now it's time for our next match. To go through as always, the new robot Morbid Demise. A pusher with some spikes on it, no Shreemech though, and it's got a wedge. Don't know, not sure. Dolph. That's all I need to say about Dolph. Pincer, the claw robot. This one could do well. Invertible as well, so you never know. Crocodile flip. Big spring-loaded flipper there. Again, may do well. We'll see. And maybe the baddest of the bad. Crush Syndrome. The current Masteraths Undisputed Legends champion. He beat Impact to win the title. He still has to qualify, though, for Series 10. But I'm sure he'll qualify with ease. Raw Tier, standby. 3, 2, 1. Activate, and there's Dolph going in there with Pincer. Morbid Demise has already flipped up Dolph. Crocodile flips up Morbid Demise, and we are already down to 3, I believe. Crush Syndrome gets straight in, but it's stopped by Pinsir. Stopped in the way. Pinsir now pushed away. Pinsir pushed again. Crocodile flip. Oh! Crush Syndrome already putting on a clinic. A clinic of destruction. Good flip and self-right by Crocodile flip. Crocodile flip now trying to lift up Crush Syndrome. No! Doesn't get his chance, and Crush Syndrome pushes again in a Crocodile flip, and Pinsir has also been pushed. Verbal though, so it should work okay. Pinsir now tries to grab hold of Crocodile flip and has grabbed hold of Crocodile flip. Oh, good God! That was a nasty combination by Crush Syndrome and Pinsir. Crush Syndrome pushing again into Dolph, who White Lightning is now going to have a little bit of a chat to and say, "Oi, what the hell are you doing? You've been in so many different series in MRW and you haven't done a thing with your robot. What the hell is going on?" Anyway, Dolph is getting absolutely just maimed and mutilated by Crush Syndrome. Crush Syndrome, certainly the robot to look out for here. Pinsir is staying away from Crush Syndrome. That is a good idea. Morbid Demise back in the game, thanks to Crush Syndrome. But not for long, I believe, because those spikes aren't looking too good. Crush Syndrome pushing into Morbid Demise. Morbid Demise now into the corner with White Lightning. Pushed into the corner by Crush Syndrome. Crush Syndrome gets away. Has he possibly done enough, I believe? Morbid Demise pushed into the corner of White Lightning, and White Lightning's having his own time. Pinsir getting in the way again. Bill is going to come in to can out Dolph. He's been out for a while now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there goes Dolph. Dolph is out of it. White Lightning in there with Morbid Demise, and Morbid Demise on the pit, but he hasn't... I don't know. Morbid Demise is not going anywhere, and that's not good. Bill's going to now come in to count out Crocodile Flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Crush Syndrome just whacks right into Morbid Demise. And Morbid Demise is about to go down. No, wait a minute. Morbid Demise might push Crush Syndrome in. No. Well, Morbid Demise had the chance. Crush Syndrome has been flipped. But Morbid Demise has to try and survive the Pinsir. The Pinsir movement. Bill's been owned. Bill has been owned. And Morbid Demise has been flipped as well. And Pinsir pushes Morbid Demise in. And Pinsir going for Crush Syndrome. Pinsir pushes in Crush Syndrome. Pinsir is the last robot standing right here, right now. Pinsir is the last robot standing, and that is a shock. Cease. Just to clarify to people that Crush Syndrome has qualified alongside Pinsir. But Morbid Demise, of all robots I thought to be the first to really do some damage to Crush Syndrome and do some problems for Crush Syndrome, I didn't think it would be Morbid Demise. But he has... However, Pinsir was able to take the initiative and push in Morbid Demise. Will he regret that later? We'll see. But Pinsir goes through to Series 10 alongside Crush Syndrome. And now it's time for the 4th qualifier. The Robot of War. Runs all the way up. It's a roller. I don't know really how successful it could have been if things had gone its way. I still think it would have still been here. Still popular robot, though, with the fans. Amphis might be the favourite in this. Lifting arm on it. That's about it. Can self-right, so... That's always good for a robot, right? Right? Whirligig. Quick robot. No weight, though. So, yeah. Cyan Blood. High robot with a wedge. Could do well here. You never know. Could do well. And Chassius won't do well. Trust me on that. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. And there is... Oh, and Whirligig comes in. Oh, and then Whirligig has 2 big moves and then flips himself. Chassius still in the game for the moment. Amphis trying to get the lifting arm underneath. There's Cyan Blood. Whirligig has already eliminated himself, I believe, by flipping himself up and over because of how much power that's in it and how little weight. Chassius has also been lifted. Remember, 2 of these robots have to go through, and I can see Amphis going through, but who to join him? Cyan Blood pushes Amphis into White Lightning, and they both need to get away from White Lightning. A flip by Amphis. has self-righted Chassius. Chassius is back in the game. The Robot of War is now going the ROW. The Robot of War rolling around the arena here. Looks to go through in the corners, but he's a quick robot. He's a quick robot, and he can't be stopped, really. Look at this. Robot of War just enjoying himself right now. He's loving being back in MRW. And now Cyan Blood pushes again into Anthis. I don't know what's up with these two, but these two seem to not like each other that much. Or Cyan Blood just dogged and determined, trying to flip Anthis up and over. Maybe see how that Shreemekh is. Does flip him over. Can Anthis self-right using the Shreemekh? If not, oh, he can. Well done. I thought if he not, then Cyan Blood and the Robot of War are going to go through. And that would be odd, wouldn't it? Anyway, the Robot of War now pushes into Anthis. Anthis, again. More flipping. Anthis was probably going to be the favourite, as I said already. Cyan Blood again gets on the wrong side of Anthis. Look at that. From Cyan Blood, in comes Bolgana with a claw into Anthis. Into the robot, into Anthis. Look at that. Bolgana with a claw in Anthis. He's clawed our Anthis lifter. He has clawed the flipper of Anthis here. This is not good for the Anthis robot. Can Anthis self-right now? Even with Bolganon's pain does so, but look at that flipper. Bolganon has completely destroyed it. And the qualifiers is where you get to see robots like these just get completely destroyed. Remember Blue Motion last year? Good God. But anyway, the Robot of War still going. Anthis has had some damage done to its lifter. I don't believe that's working anymore, so possibly, well, I believe it is, but it's very maimed. Look at that. I can't even flip him off. He has not Cyan Blood onto his side. Cyan Blood is on his side. That possibly could be the turning point here, because Robot of War has survived. As long as he has, and he could be the final two. Bill is coming in to count out whirligig. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If mine, that should have happened ages ago. Now Bill's coming in to count Chassius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there goes Chassius again. Should have happened a long time ago. Anthis is pushed by Robot of War. Anthis is going to self-right, though, with the lifting arm. Bill is going to now count out Cyan Blood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the Robot of War has made it through to the series. Alongside Bill just got owned again. No surprise. Bill, come on. You've just got owned by the Robot of Bloody War. And Anthis and Robot of War have gone through. The Pink Brigade right there have gone through. Cease. Well, Bill got owned, and I thought Cyan Blood had it at one point. He was very tenacious against Anthis, but one wrong move, and Anthis got him on his side, and that was it. So the Robot of War goes through to Series 10 alongside Anthis. We're over halfway through the qualifiers now, and here's qualifier number 5. Big cheer, guys, for the Warlord. The worst robot officially in Masteraths Royal Wars. The lowest Legends ranking competitor in Masteraths Royal Wars history. Won that off F9 after F9 actually qualified. And hasn't been in qualification since. No weapon, no defense, no armor, no Shreemekh, no hope. Shamrock. He definitely has no hope now. Shamrock, big lifter on this robot. Very impressive on Legends, in fact. Few good tag team victories and singles wins as well. Ball and Chain, their first and only appearance was in the New Blood Championship and did quite well. We'll see how they do. It's a cluster bot. One is the pusher, one is the damager. We'll see how they do. Blue Motion back after their last year's run-in with the with a Bistos jar. Looks pretty battered up, but they've tried to make it look as good as possible. Still doesn't look good, but we'll see. And lastly, Shamrock's tag team partner Morrigan, and I am not joking. I've done a completely random draw, and Morrigan came up right after Shamrock. It's really odd. But anyway, Morrigan, no Shreemekh, Has got a wedge. That's about it. No, Shriemek. Low ground clearance. We'll see how it does. Royal Tier, standby. 3, 2, 1. Activate. First ball and chain are going to split. And go straight for Morrigan. There's Ball with the ball and chain weapon. There is Blue Motion with the vertical spinner. Going for Ball. And it's actually doing some damage. Look at that! Blue Motion is actually doing some work. Shamrock now. Look at that. Ball has already been damaged by Blue Motion's spinner. Can you hear the spinner just whirring? The thing is that too powerful to break its own robot? It might happen. Ball. However, Morrigan still believes that him and Shamrock are tag team partners. Not when it comes to Endgame, you're not. Shamrock now going for the flip. Gets the flip onto Blue Motion. Blue Motion with the spinner trying to self-right. But doesn't get the self-right, and it sucks. With Blue Motion, that was a good start for Blue Motion, but that might be it. No, Blue Motion back in. But now Morrigan is in. Has the blade possibly got jammed? Ball and chain. There's Chain with a smash. Now remember, 3 of these robots are going to have to fall. Or 3 of these overall robots are going to have to fall. Warlord in there with Shamrock. Shamrock flips up Warlord. That's his series over. And if I'm honest, are you guys surprised? Oh, and there's a nice move there by Ball and Chain. And Shamrock flips Morrigan. Shamrock, in my opinion, is the better of the tag team. And nearly Morrigan out the arena. So close. Morrigan stays in Series 10 just another few seconds. Blue Motion back on his feet. There is Chain. And there is Chain. That's a brilliant move by Blue Motion, who is using the blade to push robots over. Look at that. From Blue Motion. And now Shamrock. Morrigan's on his side. Shamrock flips out Blue Motion. And that is a right shame. Blue Motion flipped out the arena. And it was a great performance from Blue Motion. Bill's coming in to count out Warlord here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Morrigan is still in. Warlord is out though. Ball trying to resurrect Chain and does resurrect Chain. That means that only one more will fall here. It'll either be Ball and Chain, Shamrock, or Morrigan. The 3 new bloods. Or technically 4 new blood robots. Ball coming in onto Shamrock. Great performance here from Ball and Chain. And there's a shot from Chain onto Shamrock's flipper weapon. I'm sure Shamrock will be fine from that very strong construction. Ball has been flipped over. Chain now has to try and do the damage. But they've both been flipped over. Shamrock pushes Chain into Ball. That's not good. Morrigan flipped again into Warlord pretty much. Morrigan into the corner with Bolgannon. That's never good when that happens. Bolgannon going for Morrigan's insides to try and rip them open. Like he does, like he likes to do. Bolgannon pushes. Oh, and Bill's got owned again. No surprise there. Morrigan is in trouble in the corner there with Bolgannon. Bolgannon is trying to do some major damage to Morrigan here. And I believe he has done slightly. There is a bit of damage on the side of Morrigan. It's superficial, I believe. But that's about it. Shamrock now trying to get a 2-for-1 deal. But flips up only Chain and Chain survives. Ball now also self-rights. And they both go for Shamrock. It's a double team move. And Morrigan now gets underneath Shamrock. Chain trying to resurrect Ball and does so. Well done to Chain. Chain hits Morrigan with a great shot from the side. The same place where Bolgannon did the damage earlier on. And Morrigan has stopped completely. Morrigan has stopped. Morrigan has stopped because of the damage done by Chain. Shamrock flips Morrigan. Morrigan, I believe, has gone. Ball trying to resurrect Chain, but I'm sure that Morrigan was hit before Chain was. I'm not sure, really. The Ball is trying frantically to resurrect Chain. Even pushing Chain to White Lightning's corner. Morrigan has stopped working. Shamrock now flips up Ball, but Ball survives again. Well, who the hell is going to win this one? I don't know. Ball and Chain are completely... Oh, God. Ball is still living. Chain is not. Chain is now living. I believe that might have just settled it. But Morrigan has been eliminated. Morrigan has just completely stopped. Cease. Well, that round was absolutely hectic. Absolutely hectic. First off was Warlord being flipped over by Shamrock. And then Blue Motion flipped out of the arena by Shamrock after a great performance against Ball and Chain and even Morrigan. And then Morrigan stopped in his tracks after a great mace shot from Chain. So, Ball and Chain go through along with Shamrock. So there you go. It looks like Extra Theta has actually made a competent MRW robot. Who knew? Anyway, now it's time for the 6th qualifier. Roa has been really unlucky as of late. Has won seed number 9 twice, but that was a long time ago. Has been in the qualified last time round and was eliminated. By a freak action of the pit, if I remember correctly. Luster, a former axe and flipper combo, now just a flipper to save weight. And increase a power of a Shremek. Is that going to be a wise idea? It hasn't been in earlier series. Acupuncture. Works both ways up. Got a spike at the back. This one could do well here. It can protect itself against flippers, I'll tell you that. Wedge flip. Big flipper on it. Big flipper on it. Former Masteraths Tag Team Champion in its first series. Team with Dark Effigy to win the title. Good flipper. And Triangle Megabot 4. The resurrected robot, but after what happened with Action Ferrari and Triangle Megabot's flipper, the last time we saw him, he had his flipper completely ripped to shreds. He's back though. The flipper's back. Let's see how it does. Royaltiers, standby. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Wedge flip goes for Luster. There is Triangle Megabot 4. Roa in there as well. Any of these could win, I believe. There's Triangle Megabot 4. We know his weakness. His flipper is quite fragile if hit with a damaging move. There's Roa. Good flip by Roa. Triangle Megabot forced off right, but Roa flips again. Luster trying to get the lifting arm in. I tell you, all 5 of these rolls could do well here. Acupuncture with the spike. Wedge flip with the big reverse lifter like that. With the big reverse lifter. Oh, Triangle Megabot 4 is gone. That was a big move by Wedge flip. And Wedge flip comes in. Triangle Megabot 4 is eliminated. Out of the competition. Gone. Just like that. We will not be seeing Triangle Megabot 4 in Endgame. That is absolute. I did not see that coming. That now means that there's a door open for Luster, Acupuncture, and Roa to go through. You join us back here on MRW Endgame. Crappy camera. Triangle Megabot 4 has been eliminated. Flipped out by Wedge flip, and so has Acupuncture. We are down to 3, and Wedge flip and Roa are having a good fight here, while, well, Luster is completely stuck in the corner. Bill is going to come into Canamat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Luster is gone, and Wedge flip. Great performance from Wedge flip, and Roa finally gets back into the heyday. Cease. Well, Wedge flip and Roa, I thought it'd be Wedge flip and Triangle Megabot 4, but Triangle Megabot 4 was disposed of very quickly by Wedge flip. The biggest threat was gone. So, Wedge flip and Roa qualify for the series. Such a shame about Triangle Megabot 4, though. Well, guys, we've seen one huge shock already here. We have 2 more qualifying rounds left. Let's see if we see any more. Revolution, a revolutionary design in Series 3, that is, not now. Got the weird arms to help itself right, but that's about it. They don't do any other purpose. The Guardian won Series 3's Robot Rumble. Eliminated Calamity Call 3 to win that Robot Rumble. Flipped him out the arena. That's about it for his fame. He hasn't done much since. Demolition Kid has got the blocker at the front, the spike at the back. No Shremek. Has always been in these qualifiers and very rarely made it through. Grim Reaper, made by Cobra the best. Spike at the front, spike at the back, spike on the sides. Looks like it's, well, Famidor's career was spiked. And Ragnar, just epitomizes a strong construction of a robot. Has survived a tape dispenser drop zone not once, but as you saw last series, twice. Roboteers, standby. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Now, Ragnar here, along with Grim Reaper. There is the Guardian and Revolution. Revolution is up onto the flipper of the Guardian, but the Guardian's flipper, is it strong enough still? I don't believe it is. So this could be a sleeper match right here. Demolition Kid pushed by Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper, any of these robots could go through here, and two have to. That is the key. The Guardian pushes in the Grim Reaper, and Grim Reaper has been lifted by the biggest danger in this match, and that's the Guardian's flipper. As the Guardian's lifting arm, Revolution is also up on his top. We are down to 3, I believe, because those two are not getting up anytime soon. Ragnar pushing again. Will Ragnar go through? Will it be Demolition Kid? Will it be the Guardian? That is what it is right here. Will the Guardian go through? Will it be Demolition Kid? Will it be Ragnar? 2 will go through here. Who will it be? We're about to find out, because one of these robots is going to be eliminated by the end of this. And Demolition Kid, it could be you. No, Demolition Kid able to use Grim Reaper as a sort of a block. As it sort of block. There's Demolition Kid. Whoa! What the hell was that? I know what that was, but Ragnar flipped on his top. And Demolition Kid and the Guardian are doing nothing. Bill's going to come in now to counter the Grim Reaper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there goes Grim Reaper. Now Bill's going to count out Revolution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there goes Revolution. And wait a minute, the Guardian is trying to self-right Ragnar. He's flipped up Demolition Kid, and he's self-righted Ragnar. What an odd performance. I tell you what, Demolition Kid went straight in, trying to get a cheap shot on the Guardian. The Guardian flipped him, and he's just self-righted Ragnar. Bill is going to count out Demolition Kid. What the hell is going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and Demolition Kid goes. One small moment the Demolition Kid thought he was going through, decided to get a little bit cocky and go for the Guardian. The Guardian flipped him and self-righted Ragnar. Ragnar is going through along with the Guardian, both as big shockers as the next. Cease. Well, in a very lackluster qualifier, seriously, it was quite bad. With the amount of potential and talent in this one, you're going to have a few shockers going through, but what an odd ending. An odd ending with Demolition Kid and Guardian near enough certain to go through, and then Demolition Kid decided to get a little bit cocky, tried to take out the Guardian. Guardian flipped him and self-righted Ragnar. Demolition Kid has had Series 10 just ripped away from him, and Ragnar will get the shot. Okay, guys, we are here with the final match of the qualifiers. Is it 16? No, 14 robots have already gone through. We just need another 2 now. Already, 21 robots have been sent home. Let's eliminate another 3, shall we? Galvan, I'll tell you what, one of the most unluckiest robots from last year. His only appearance last year was the qualifiers, and it was a bit of a trapdoor pit session, which also eliminated Roa. Roa's gone through. Will he? Bulbabot, strong construction, yes, but that's about it. Can't self-right. Low ground clearance as well, so I guess that gives him a little bit more, but he's got high ground clearance because the chin is not at the bottom, so Ragnar, well, Galvan can, well, just go straight in and kill. Crushability factor has the jaws of utter wobbliness. As you can see, he's just already flipped himself. What the hell? What? His jaw has just come off. His jaw has just off. Yeah, mate, you're going down, crushability factor. You ain't surviving. No, you ain't surviving that. Well, that was fun. Yeah, say goodbye to crushability factor. He's going out because that bloody jaw has decided to come off for the first time in bloody 10 series. Anyway, back to the acting. Battle Axe was in last year's qualifiers and was eliminated. Very good robot. Shocked to see it go out so early. And lastly, Action Ferrari. The robot to annihilate the flipper of Triangle Megabot 4. The robot to flip Hot Wheel out the arena. This robot, it's a bad one. And when I say bad, I mean badass. Raw Tears, standby. 3, 2, 1, activate. And the entire MRW robots are about to witness what Action Ferrari can really do. Because he can do bundles. Look at that. Just taking robots out. And even Bloodshed is running away. They're running away. Battle Axe completely and utterly just got and pushed. And there's damage done to Battle Axe. And Action Ferrari's flipped himself. But look at the damage done to Battle Axe. Battle Axe has had some damage done to it big time. Battle Axe flipped, but he's still in. I don't believe the Battle Axe is going to get up anytime soon. Action Ferrari's first big move has come into action, and Galvin has just self-righted Action Ferrari just to cause more damage. And there goes Bulbabot out of the arena by Action Ferrari's power and might. And Action Ferrari, one of the baddest pushing robots in MRW. Look at Battle Axe. Battle Axe has been absolutely destroyed. It's Damage Fest. Damage Fest 2013 here. And last time it was Blue Motion. This time it's Battle Axe who is the one to get completely maimed and destroyed. The top's pretty much ripped to shreds. And Action Ferrari, this robot is devilish. Bill has now just been owned. Crushability factor. We know he suffered a bit of damage beforehand. So Bolgan is going to help. There's been more damage done to Crushability factor. There's been a piece that's been ripped from Crushability factor. You can see it on the right hand of the arena. Action Ferrari is doing devilish work to everyone, but he's leaving Galvin alone. I can understand that. Oh, and again. Battle Axe. Oh, Battle Axe stuck on Action Ferrari, but I'm sure Action Ferrari's done more than enough. That was amazing. Galvin finally now about to come in and get some damage of his own. But he flips back Action Ferrari for more damage to Battle Axe. And Battle Axe again. Volcan's getting out of the way, and I do not blame him. Oh! Good God, Battle Axe. Battle Axe has just been completely and utterly maimed. He's been maimed, folks. This is destructive. Rest in peace is Battle Axe, because Battle Axe ain't getting back anytime soon. He ain't getting back from that. And Crushability factor, he's been completely destroyed. There's bits of Crushability factor all over the arena. Battle Axe is in bits in one side of the arena. And it's Galvin and Action Ferrari who will stand. What a performance from Action Ferrari. Certainly the most impressive performance I've ever seen out of a robot in the qualifiers. Cease. Action Ferrari. Well. Battle Axe has been completely destroyed, guys. I'm actually just going to take the camera off here just to show you. Look at look. Battle Axe, this bit which is just completely ripped. That bit's not even helping. Battle Axe has been completely destroyed. There's part of Crushability factor. There's another part of Crushability factor. Crushability factor's over there. Battle Axe has been, well, look. That is total destruction right there. And it's from that robot there. And the blade at the front, the pointed edge that it fights with. And that is a nasty combination. We've never seen it before in MRW. And Galvin goes through as well. So Galvin has qualified for Series 10. And he is joined alongside, in my opinion, a possible favourite Action Ferrari. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the qualifiers. It was a destruction fest at times and a shock fest at other times. So, I will see you for the Robot Rumble next week. Until then, I'm Masterath, and you can't spell FMRW without MRW, and you certainly can't spell destruction without Action Ferrari. I'll see you for the Robot Rumble in a week. Goodbye.